Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is the pursuit of wrestling back when it was good, as well as modern wrestling, not so great. This is the Wrestling Challenge Review Series 474-1993, and we continue the foray into that series, which is a favorite of mine just because, well, Wrestling Challenge was a staple as a kid for me, so kind of cool to go back and watch all that stuff over again. We open with a Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna promo. They basically talk about the upcoming impending desire to once and for all get rid of the doubt that Yokozuna is one of the best in the world. Also manages to talk about all the U.S. athletes trying to slam Yokozuna on the USS Intrepid. Pretty cool concept at the time. Lex Luger kind of comes out of a bit of surprise for other individuals, and as the guy that actually does the slamming. Anyway, Tatanka up next, and Tatanka against Bill Burrs, and so Bill Becker actually. So Tatanka round here, drop kick, didn't look great. A couple of clotheslines, a couple of chops at the top of the head. Then the old Samoan drop gets a victory for Yokozuna, or gets a victory for Tatanka pretty effectively, efficiently, and to the point. Also a suplex in the middle there. We move to another match in the series. Doink is up next. Doink, obviously a guy who, for better or worse, has the attention of the fans and is certainly willing to continue to be that person who continues to have the attention of the fans. Doink defeats Chris Holm. Obviously, punch kick, whoopee cushion, modified suplexes, and a quick victory there for Doink the Clown. Doink the Clown continuing to use the stump puller, modified stump puller. First time we've seen that in a long while as well here in the WWF. Then we move to a continuation of the action. Pretty good there, as it were, and ultimately managing to do what can be done there, and ultimately managing to get things going. There is talk of the upcoming house show in the New York area, where Randy Savage facing Doink, among other things. That the upcoming local East Coast house show deals here. And ultimately we go to Bam Bam Bigelow, Diesel, and Shawn Michaels, with Luna Vachon facing off in a six-man tag team match. Also Bret Hart versus Yokozuna in a steel cage, among other things. And ultimately, then we go to the Steiner Brothers. Steiner Brothers, Rick and Scott, your new tag team champions for, I believe, the second time. They traded the belts a couple of times. Anyway, regardless, they are in an enhancement match, trying to get them over as champions. They never really caught on in the WWF, leaving in about a year or so, a little more than a year, after they managed to connect with that. And it is what it is as far as things go there. Steiner Brothers facing off against an enhancement talent team. And facing off against Scott D'Amore and Otis Apollo, following a Bulldog double team. The Steiners get a victory. Scott Steiner also uses a modified suplex into the Steiner screwdriver, among other things. Scott Steiner looking to be pretty, aggressive and whatnot, as it were, and ultimately the double team by the Steiners gets them a decisive victory here, and it's pretty simple. It's pretty directed. And then we go to the nature of things here. Mr. Hughes with Harvey Whippleman, punch kick, basic stuff, having stolen the urn, I believe, from the Undertaker in the last couple of weeks. Kicks right across the jaw, and then the sidewalk slam. Mr. Hughes, of course, still in the suit the entire time. Then the returning Marty Jannetty. Jannetty, I think had come back, won the Intercontinental Championship, served a drug-related suspension, and then came back already by this point in 1993. Jannetty never particularly able to hang on to a long-term employment. Metal does a bunch of float overs, real basic stuff, and no one can say that he's not a favorite for the fans. Mark Warner is his opponent here. A flying fist drop gets Jannetty the win. Also drop kicks, the rocker drop for a couple of arm drags, and a win for Marty Jannetty. We go to a rare enhancement match for the new 1-2-3 Kid. That's a pretty big deal here, as the 1-2-3 Kid does become more of a fixture, having his wars with Razor Ramon over the next several days, as it were, and ultimately manages to do what he can, where he can, in quick order. Also, a interview from Monday Night Raw where Money Incorporated talks about Razor Ramon being a loser because he lost to the 1-2-3 Kid. Of course, 1-2-3 Kid is the Lightning Kid from Global. Sean Waltman, aka X-Pac, whatever you want to call him, the sliding body slams, couple of snap suplexes, and some top rope maneuvers. Kid looking super small then, but more muscular than half the rosters on national TV now, it appears. Anyway, Men on a Mission in a tag team match up next here. They're making their WWE debut. Mo and Mabel become a major force in the WWF at the time. Dwayne Gill is one half of the Enhancement tag team facing off against them. I believe Barry Hardy is the other. Needless to say, Men on a Mission do in fact defeat Gill and Hardy. Mo does the more basic maneuvers. Mabel's big thing is the spinning heel kick, which for a guy 425, 450 pounds, pretty big deal. They also do some noggin knocker type stuff on the floor, other super basic maneuvers. And then Randy Savage is in the face-to-face center talking about how he wants to get his hands on Jerry Lawler since he's sick of listening to him in commentary. Bret Hart says that he wants a shot at Yokozuna and can topple Yokozuna. They're also talking about Yoko being taken care of. And that will close us for today. We'll be back with more right after this.